These days, I have access to so many television channels with different contents to choose from.
It's easier for me to communicate to my family members, my friends.
Huduma za simu zimenisaidia sana kwa kutuma pesa nyumbani kwa wazazi. Naweza watumia wakati wowote, iwe ni mchana wala usiku.
In 1999, the CCK was set up to license and regulate Kenya's communications industry. Cell phone services, internet access, broadcasting and the postal industry have all been transformed over the last 15 years. Kenya's traditional industries are now being challenged by new businesses that trade in information, education and entertainment. The CCK has been the key driver in this revolution, and this is just the beginning.
CCK as a regulator has worked very professionally. They regulate one of the most vibrant sectors in the country.
We used to rely on only very few media outlets to be able to inform people on what is happening. Today, there are very many media platforms. Kenyans are able to get information at an instant.
CCK has played a very crucial role in the transformation of the ICT sector by setting out the rules of the game. But more importantly, we have also seen the protection of the consumer.
We have seen some amazing things happen in Kenya in the last 15 years, and I believe that CCK has played a pivotal role in creating policy and particularly engaging the big boys and challenging the big boys and in their ways of operating and making sure that consumers are also taken care of.
I think mobile telephony has transformed the lives of Kenyans more than it's transformed most other nations. Here we have about 43 million people, but we have 30 million phones in the country.
If you look at the access to technology that we have, making a call is basically costs you nothing. You can be making a call from here to the US and you'll be paying local rates.
Now, what does that mean? It means that just in terms of maintaining communication with the outside world, the mobile phone is the only product you have. Secondly, if you look at financial inclusion, with mobile money, 23 million people now have access to not just rudimentary mobile transfer, but also products like insurance, savings, borrowing with dignity, and that kind of thing.
We have also seen distance, the last mile bridged eventually. All along, customers had to travel 70 to 100 kilometers to where the banks were. And now banks are being done at the agency level, at the village level. But more importantly, it's being put on a tablet or on a phone or what one would call a computer. What it means is that people have banking services with them all the time.
Most people don't have to even have made it, so to speak, to have the experience of a bank account on a mobile phone. I believe you can now borrow money. You can borrow some amount of money using your mobile application. And that would not have happened if there was not the opportunity to challenge policy, challenge status quo.
Now we have data that's as low as $1 per MB on the cables, which we would never believe would be capable of happening in Africa. So a lot of people are now getting access to information. Digital villages have now been launched across the country. Anybody can have access to the cable system.
We'll start to see agricultural benefits, we'll start to see health benefits, we'll start to see education benefits. Through data, children will have access to any information in the world, and they'll have it in the palm of their hand.
In the last 5-10 years behind, most things we could not be able to get, but now everything is at my fingertip. When I interact with the students who are mostly disabled students, we speak of the materials being available whenever there is internet.
E-commerce is very valuable to me because you can actually order stuff online and have them couriered to you. That's saving a lot of time through wasted journeys.
Postal and courier will be the drivers of e-commerce in this country. And I think CCK, of all my accolades to the developments that we can see now, it's different from what it was, very different. Now we expect that even in the very near future, it will even be better.
We only got, at the time of liberalization, 8 TV stations. We are talking of now 25 TV stations on digital platforms and 14 TV stations on analog platforms. We have about 108 FM stations, up from 16 FM stations at the time of liberalization.
We have more licensed broadcasters, which again increases the level of content and the level of employment, and that I think can only get better with the technology that is available, because now you find more people are getting the television content online. So if I didn't get to watch anything on TV, then I can catch it on YouTube through the Media House channel or something like that. So I think it's become way better.
We've seen the opening of democratic space in Kenya, and we've seen the media play an increasingly proactive role in ensuring that democratic space in Kenya is availed to the public and to Wanjiko out there.
We see a lot of very interesting shows now on TV on the different channels that are local and quite actually funny if you ask me. So that, again, wasn't happening back 15 years ago. So anybody really can have a camera and go out in the streets and actually create some interesting content and go to market with it.
Anybody can create an app and have anyone in the country access it.
Right now, teenagers, all they care about is their social life, like Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, YouTube. So you get to watch music videos, you get to talk to your friends, and you get to know people more better through social media.
This is the place to be. There's so much happening in Kenya that we don't know about and are yet to discover. I say stay here. This is where it's happening. There's nowhere else you should go.
Fantastic. It's all about talent.